I, Dr. Kapil Govil, welcome you in this video. In this video, we are starting C programming language. So, for starting C programming language, we should understand why we are learning C programming. What is the requirement to learn any programming language? It may be C or any other language, but why we are learning any language? So, point is, you are using so many softwares, you are using so many Android apps. So formation of these types of apps, these type of softwares, we always need some programming language so that computer can understand what to write, what to input, take input, what to convert, and what to show for user. Because if we are not using any language, then all the tasks, all the operations have to be done by persons, humans. But it will take too much time. It will be very complex, it will be very lengthy process, and it may have some mistakes also. So for avoiding this, we are using programming languages, and for helping humans, helping organizations, helping industries, we are creating softwares. And for softwares, we should know how to learn C programming. Not only C programming, because this is just a basic language for you. So that's why we are starting as introduction. So first of all, we should know what is the steps of programming. How programming, any programming language can be done, in which manner, what may be the procedure, what may be the steps of programming. So first of all, we should learn what are the steps of programming. So for steps of programming, number one is algorithm. In short, we call it as algo. So we should understand what is algorithm. So first of all, we will discuss about algorithm. So what is algorithm? Algorithm is simplistic format, simplistic statement which are written for solving any problem. For example, I am taking very real example. Suppose you are going for any picnic, you are planning for any picnic, or you are planning for any movie. So what you do? Suppose you have to go a picnic or movie on Sunday. So what you will do? You will plan which movie you have to see at, or which place you have to visit. By which vehicle you will go, at which time you will leave your home, who will go with you, what you do after that picnic or after that movie. So all these procedures you have to mention, you have to write in the simplistic format. It may be English, it may be in Hindi. So that concept, that procedure is called as algorithm. But usually at real life, we are not writing all the steps for going picnic, because we can store in memory, and we are not going to process into system, computer. So that's why it is not required for coding. So here, any statement, any procedure, whatever we are writing for simplistic manner for completing any task will be called as algorithm. It may be in English, it may be in Hindi, it may be in Urdu, or it may be in any language. But because English is known as international language, so that's why algorithm usually written as in English. Let's discuss how this algorithm word came from. You should know who is the father of algorithm. Father of algorithm is Muhammad Ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi. Muhammad Ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi. He is the father of algorithm. He is Persian mathematician. He given the concept of algorithm for writing procedure or writing statements for any problem. So now second point is flowchart. Now point is, if we have algorithm, if we have all the procedure, all the statements, then why to convert it into flowchart. So reason is these flowcharts are in symbolic form. Why it's symbolic form? Let's take an example again. Suppose you are reading any newspaper. In any newspaper, or at the first page, you will see one big image with some title and some big heading. So what is the meaning of this image or some title or heading? So that you can understand what is happening, what is the news, and after reading those heading and caption, you can understand what is happening, what happened yesterday, what happened last night. Instead of going all the material, reading material, you are just knowing about that image and then heading. So that image will help you for better understanding with short time. So similarly here we should use all the procedures that are written in algorithm. Of course we will understand how to write algorithm. So all the algorithms to be converted into flowchart so that users, so that programmer can understand easily in few seconds. So second step is flowchart, that is symbolic form. For example, suppose you have seen these type of images. This parallelogram, decision box, means diamond shape, and these are arrows, some ovals. I hope these type of images you have seen in your last class. Now third point is pseudocode. Here P is silent, S-E-U-D-O-C-O-D-E, pseudocode. P is silent here. So what is pseudocode? Pseudocode is nearer to programming language, but it is not actually programming language. For example, suppose your boss, suppose you are working for any team for developing any software, and your boss knows only Java language and you know only C language. So what will happen? You have to write code in C language, but your boss is not aware about C language. So what will be the problem? Your boss cannot understand C language and you cannot understand Java language. So what is the solution? So in this scenario, you have to use pseudocode. So what is pseudocode? Pseudocode is the code which is not specific for any programming language. It is not C, it is not Java, it is not C++. I am giving one example of pseudocode. If you are aware of little bit C language or little bit C++ or little bit Java language, then you can understand better pseudocode. Of course, we will discuss later on after completion of these flowchart. So just we can see example of pseudocode. Suppose I am writing a code to print hello, like instead of program I am writing only statement, so that this video length will be not lengthy. Suppose this is the statement. There are three statements: printf hello, cout hello, and system.out.println. So this is for A, this is for B, this is for C. You have three code A, code B, and code C. So how will you recognize this is any language? How will you recognize this is any other language? How will you recognize any other language? So how will you identify these languages? By seeing this, by printf statement, you can judge that this is C language. By cout, you can see this is C++ language. By system.out.println, you can say that this is Java language. So if we are removing this, and of course output of all these statements are same. So if we are removing printf, instead of printf we are writing print, because we have to just print. And here we are removing cout and we are writing print, because again output is hello, and here we are removing this and writing print. So now can you bifurcate which one is C, which one is Java, which one is C++? You cannot, because now all these statements are identical. There is no difference. So this is example of pseudocode. It doesn't matter you know C language or not. It doesn't matter you know C++ or not. It doesn't matter you know Java language or not. It doesn't matter you know Python language or not. These statements will be identical. So it will help programmers, it will help users, it will help end users, it will help coders, and it will help project manager also. So that's why you should understand what is pseudocode, and of course some pseudocode we will discuss in later videos. And then fourth step is coding. So coding may be C language or C++ language or Java language or Python language or any other language. So it means if anybody is saying to you, write an algorithm in C language to print hello, so caution is wrong. Why wrong? In the algorithm there is no requirement of any language, because language is in step 4. So another example, suppose anybody is saying write a pseudocode in Java for adding 2 numbers. Again caution is wrong. Why wrong? Till this step there is no requirement of language. There is no requirement of awareness of any language. So if anybody is saying write pseudocode in Java language for this task, it's not possible, because till now there is no requirement of any language. Language start here. For better understanding of coding, how these steps are working, you should know. So first of all we will discuss about algorithm, then flowchart, then pseudocode, then we will come on coding. I hope this introduction to programming requirement, introduction to steps of programming is now clear to you. I would like to request you here, if you like this video, if you love this video, so please share this video among your friends on WhatsApp and Facebook. So thanks for watching this video.